God says, anything that is not meant for you can be released with this eclipse season. Surrender the need to be right and rigid in outcomes to make way for independence of former plans. Trust that you are supported and protected to resolve these conflicts of interest. God is detouring you from these blocks so you can produce long-term sustainable results. This includes improving your relationships, wealth, peace, happiness, and wellness. Avoid remaining addicted to unhealthy patterns and ignoring the red flags any longer. This will be easier to understand now that you are evolving into higher consciousness. As revelations surface to the light, let it go and adapt, heal and change. Flip former thoughts and behaviors into healthier alternatives. Support your expansion through acceptance, choosing stability and security, and letting God take over the rest this weekend. Some would be stuck in a very strong her-party situation from a very long time, but finally they are coming out of it. For many of you, this person is already married to someone else. This can be with the choice of their parents or because of some financial reason, and also this person themselves didn't take stand for you and your connection when they should, and in outcome. They get married to someone else and later on this person realize that it's not really a great choice for them. This person realized their own feelings for you when it's too late and things went out of control for them. This person has spent a lot of time thinking about you and your relationship. This person also, they dream about your future together. This person is coming out of their own age of thinking, and finally they are ready to face the consequences of choosing love over fear. According to their environment, this person never met someone like you in their life, and they also considered you as a passing cloud in their life earlier. But things change when you stood by them, and all even in odd situations. If your person is not married, they are committed, or they think that they can't get married to you. Because of same family issues, someone is manipulating your partner against you from a very long time. You will get married with them, but they are waiting for right time because they think first, then need to solve their own problem, and this person need to become clean to give you commitment. If you think that situation is not in your favor and you cannot get married with them, just wait for next 1 year, because things will change dramatically in your connection. The universe knows that you have been through some turbulent times recently, especially in regards to a personal relationship. You have just ended a long-term connection, and what you are going through is unbearable. You felt cheated or backstabbed by the other person, and although it was too painful for you to walk away, move on, you somehow gathered the courage to do exactly that. You have grieved a lot and suffered emotionally. The universe wants you to know that nothing ever goes to waste, and it is blessing you with a new love. Someone new who is capable of taking care of you and will provide you the love and nurturing that your soul craves is entering your life. This new person will be wise and mature, stable and grounded. They believe in commitment and would want to go the traditional way. You will always know where you stand with them. For some, this new love has already entered your life, but you are too focused on the loss of a past relationship that you cannot see the blessing offered to you by the universe. Dear souls, know that some of you are heading into some form of commitment over the coming days. Not all of you will be signing paperwork, but you will be asked to put your commitment into something. For some of you, this may be regarding a relationship. Maybe you are going from being single to being in a relationship, or if in a relationship, you might be proposed to. For others, this commitment relates to you committing to make your dreams and your plans become real, and to take those actions that mean you are making a serious commitment to moving things forward. Take whatever resonates for you regarding what that commitment is for you personally. If you spend some time in meditation and contemplation, it may all become very clear what this commitment is. But the clear message is put your heart, soul, and actions into this, and use your mind in a positive, supportive way, and commit to whatever you are called to as it will bring positive results into your life. If you are entering a commitment involving paperwork, just remember we are in Mercury retrograde, so read through and double check everything carefully before you sign, as mistakes can easily be made at this time. God saying, things are happening in your favor, but they are slow. I see certain things exiting your life, and that exit is necessary. These things have to leave your life so that you are able to breathe and feel free. I see some kind hesitance in you related to speaking up or saying something. The message indicates that you should openly communicate and say what is there in your mind. The stability that you want in your life will come in slowly. The process will start now, and these are baby steps. One important thing that I see here is that there is a conflict that you have been running away from. That conflict/decision is important for you to face and come to a conclusion about. Always remember that endings also mark a new beginning in your life as well. I do see that your definition of stability and someone else's definition of stability is not matching, and that is awk. If you feel you can come to a common ground about this and bring a conclusion, that's something that you have to decide. Don't doubt your capabilities and potentials. You have a lot of wisdom and knowledge that you should use. This is just causing an unhavel now, but eventually it will work out in your favor. I see good news ahead of you after this period of resolution. Don't be scared of this period. It's just setting the course for your life and clearing the path. Allow this period to do what it is here for. Let things happen naturally. Things that might fall apart are meant to go at this stage. Divine Feminine, you may be going back to your past and not trusting the divine path forward. You may be feeling like there is no movement in your connection with your Divine Masculine. This is causing you to second guess and doubt the path forward. You may be getting frustrated and going back to old behaviors that do not align with who you are now. These things are coming up to be observed. You intuitively know not to act on them. Your connection to the divine is just as strong as always. You are being guided and protected even when you don't feel it. Do not let these emotions derail you. Divine Masculine, you may be healing things around your family dynamic now. You may be feeling a huge weight on your shoulders, feeling responsible for their happiness. You may be exhausted now and be looking at your work-life balance and seeing you do not have it. Things may feel very heavy, and you just cannot seem to let go of anything. You intuitively want change, but do not see how it's possible currently. You're being asked to trust the process unfolding. God saying today, the twin flame journey is all about self-love. If we have been trained our entire lives to believe we need something outside of ourselves to be complete, how many movies are out there that teach us we need to be saved by our Prince Charming, who then comes into our lives, rescues us from the depths of despair, and we run off into the sunset together, and then grow up waiting for this to happen. However, this idea is completely setting us up to fail. Why? Well, first it diminishes your power. It implants a false belief you need something outside of yourself to be complete. You do not need saving by anyone else. You yourself are badass, complete, whole, worthy, and you have all you need within you. You have so much power, you would never doubt yourself if you truly knew what you were capable of. When you realize your worth, you don't chase. You trust in the divine process. Many of us had to learn this the hard way. This is supposed to be hard for us, which is why we need it so much. It's a light worker thing. Lessons are often uncomfortable. We must just do the opposite behavior, and I know it's hard, but if we want things to change, it's really important to, for example, let go when we want to cling, go within when we want to reach out. When we show the universe something different, it is very powerful in creating change in our lives. Twin flames are a sacred union. It teaches you that you will never find happiness unless you let go of illusions that you need someone to be complete. No, you don't. You have all you need within you. It is a matter of seeing things in their truth, shifting to the inner love energy within you and connecting with that. No more wanting or looking for. You feel complete love in every second. You know you are one. When you learn to love without conditions and let go, it is pure bliss. This message encourages you to reach out and connect with trustworthy people who can work with you or support you as you build your dreams. Trying to do everything yourself is holding you back, and you could free up so much time and energy by getting help. You could be stuck in a creative blind spot that someone with fresh eyes would easily see a solution to. Perhaps you are spending too much time cleaning and doing the laundry when you could be writing your book or launching your business. You may be in need of a life coach, an angel investor, an assistant, personal trainer, an accountant, a business partner, a nanny, or even a cleaner. You know which area is draining your time and energy. So start making inquiries and look for someone who would love to help you out or be hired by you. When you do find possible candidates, be sure to trust your intuition on whom you take on. Ask for references and testimonials, but always go with your inner voice and the person whose energy feels best. These unicorns know that partnership make life more easy, fun, and magical. Delegating the tasks that drain you will free you up to step further into your brilliance. It is your time to shine, but you need a team behind you in order. To soar to your next level of success. Type amen if you'll believe. God saying today, some of the things might have led you to worry about your life. You may not know why it is still happening. You might be trying to change it from happening in your life. You might be stuck with that. Because of that, you may not be able to talk with anyone, which might have led you to lose friends and relations. When I have a plan for a person, I will accomplish it in such a way that the person will see my grace throughout the process by giving a testimony to glorify me among people. You know the story of Joseph. Even amid everything, he never lost his faith in me. His faith was increasing day by day. When the right time came, he saw what I prepared for him. For everything, I have the right time. I know when you will be prepared to get the blessing I have stored for you. At that time, you will get what I have stored for you in such a way that you will never lose it from your life. At that time, you will see my grace throughout your life, and will have a testimony in your life to glorify me throughout the whole world. So have faith in me. I know what I am doing in your life. Instead of worrying, start trusting me. God saying, surrendering involves doing what you can, then letting go to let the Holy Spirit or the universe, you choose the label, lead the way. As much as you may try to be general manager of the universe, you aren't. Ultimately, you're a spark of something greater, and your self-will alone can't just make things happen. In order to live authentic and purposeful lives, we have to co-create with the divine, which has the true power. We must do our part and then get out of the way so the universe can work its magic, and trusting in the divine plan, which is only revealed in divine timing. We must accept life on life's terms, allow things to be as they are, and see the greater truths hidden in plain sight. What do you need to surrender? Remember, when you do what you can to let go and trust in the inherent goodness of the universe, you have the most power to experience more joy, more purpose, and more happiness in your life. Today, challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone and face your fears. Growth takes place when you're challenged, not when you're comfortable. Keep going. Letting go is not one way out. It is the only way out. You don't exist to live in the past. You exist to live in the present. Right now is precious, and so are you. Return to the present moment, because that's where you will find yourself. If you dwell in the past hurts, you will end up hurting yourself even more. Don't waste time holding on to grudges and bitterness. It's not worth your energy. When you hold resentment toward those who have hurt you, you don't hurt them, you hurt yourself. And when you think about the way they have hurt you, you get hurt again. Focus on the here and now. You don't need more hurt feelings. You need healing. Your mental health depends on it. Forgive so you can truly live. Instead of looking back at your past, spend time making happy memories. You are worthy of inner peace, and you deserve to be free. Release, let go, and you will heal. Angel says that if you want things to move forward, try taking a step back. Allow the universe to work its magic. A painter can't finish their masterpiece if they're continuously being interrupted by their muse. Stop rushing what is already coming to you. You've let your ego take control of your journey for far too long. Now it's time to let your spirit be the boss. Faith will have your blessings running eagerly towards you. Pride will always keep them at a distance. Don't let bumps in the road convince you to stop aligning with your dreams. Keep resetting your positive intentions, affirmations, and prayers. Your soul will ascend to the same level as your blessings before you know it. Part of growing and becoming a newer version of yourself is you have to be willing to face the uneasy days, the fear that comes from not knowing what is ahead. You have to know that these are all part of the process and trust that you are strong enough to grow through them. You have to be brave enough to let your old life go so that you can focus on creating a new one, so that you can be better prepared for the things that you are worthy of and the life you want for yourself. Every aspect of your life is undergoing big transformations right now. You are in a season of quantum leaps in your growth. Embrace all of this change with a positive mindset. Certain things will have to fall apart in order for space to be cleared for even better things to enter your reality. Focus on doing the inner work necessary to end any habits that you know need to be laid to rest. Focus all of your energy on healthy new habits and your goals. Nothing can delay the victory you have been working on creating. Everyone can make the changes they want, but it takes courage to have the faith to wait. Patience is important to the process. Let go of the doubt and keep doing what's needed. Stop questioning the yes. You already got your answer. Use this as your confirmation from the universe that it is done. The moment you release the worry about when, you begin to welcome the win. You're finding more stability in life because you're no longer letting the off moments hit you as hard. No matter how grounded you become, there will still be moments that test every fiber of your being. But those are the moments that implementing the practices you've learned become most important, and this is what you're getting accustomed to doing. The practice of keeping yourself as grounded as organically possible in each moment is not only fulfilling, but induces euphoric health physically, mentally, and spiritually. Meet the chaos around you with the peace within you. Learn to go with the flow. Take each day as it comes. Slow down and listen. Accept your thoughts. Let them come and go. Take back your power. Pursue your passions. Chase your dreams. Shape your future. Forge your own path. Don't be afraid of making the wrong choices. Be only afraid of never having the courage to try something new. Step out of your comfort zone and back into yourself, into who you're becoming. Express loudly. Bloom wildly. Live, get out of your own damn way. It's you vis you. It's always been you vis you. Pay close attention to the little things and people that might trigger an anxious reaction. If you see someone's name pop up, whether it's a text, a call, a message, an email, and your heart begins to race in all the wrong ways, if you're more nervous than you are excited to talk to someone, if there's a shift in your mood after a conversation, it's a sign. Remove them if you can or keep them at a distance. the best you can. Maybe there are always going to be people you have to navigate around and are forced to associate with. But it doesn't mean they get to dictate or control the peace. You've worked so hard to create in your life and your world. Stop trying to escape your current challenges. Instead, learn the wisdom hidden in them and face the discomfort head-on by accepting it. The universe wants you to have this wisdom. Stop resisting what you're going through. There's beauty even in pain. You can't keep bypassing what you need to learn from. See it as your assignment from the universe. Be open to seeing what's being shown to you. Your worst relationship will be with an inconsistent heart because you will never know what to expect from them. They'll make you a million promises and talk a big talk, but when it comes time to follow through, they rarely deliver. They always come up with a reason why they had to change their plans, and it's never their own fault. It's always something outside of their control. But it always happens, again and again. The one thing that actually is consistent about them is that they're going to constantly disappoint you. Promises. Find people who make you feel alive. Find people who make you feel like there's more to life and dive with you to pursue it. Find people who make the mundane things seem less mundane. There can be joy in repetition because the people make it. Find people who listen and answer with good intentions. Find people who would make the extra effort. And not just because it's in their best interest, but because they truly do give a shit. Find people who stay, and stay for them in return. Even when they say you can be anything, you still have to choose. You still have to decide with your own heart and soul that there is something you wish to be, and that something could be you just 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. You are not walking a mediocre path. The road ahead may appear bumpy and dark and crooked and full of debris, but it is the same path everyone travels through. It is the same journey we all must take if we are to find that something, that one thing that we wish to be. Sometimes you can wish to be someone extraordinary and forget that you already have pieces of it within you. Sometimes you can hope and pray that you grow up to be the same as those you admire. But you can also learn to admire yourself. And you can be ruthlessly honest about the things you want to change in yourself. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be more than what we are. It is incomparable to the people you say are 1 ox better than you. Not because they are simply better or wiser or prettier, but because all worth comes from your own findings of what you have within. It is incomparable because we are often worth more than what our eyes and brain can perceive at the moment, not in a narcissistic way, but in authenticity, in truth and honest vulnerability. It is as simple as understanding who you are. Some people are unkind because the world hasn't been kind to them. They keep others at a distance because getting close reminds them of the torture they felt when they opened their hearts, only for people to stomp all over it. They can't fathom sitting with their hurt, confronting their pain, and caring for their wounds. Ignoring the past is far less painful than inviting and hosting it. Here's the thing: these people are not undeserving of love and compassion. They are not ineligible for honest and sacred relationships. They are not unfit for a second chance. No, they are due for someone to give them the benefit of the doubt, love them with more heart, and show them that good people do exist with consistency. They are just as human as people who have cared for their wounds and continued to have faith in the world. These people need us to hold and protect their hearts with the promise that they never break again, with the assurance that we'll never take them for granted and move on as though they were never a part of our journey. Don't be in such a hurry to get into a relationship. Good things take time and requires a lot of patience. When God opens the door and you come into contact with that special someone, you want it to mean something. You can actually mess something really good up by rushing into it. Go slow in a relationship, build the friendship, and take it one day at a time. The faster you go, the faster it will end. Don't give and give until you're resentful. You may be trying to be a good person, but if giving is making you angry, irritable, then don't do it. Have boundaries. Don't give away your peace. You are responsible for your own physical and emotional health. Trust God that you don't have to take care of everyone and everything. If it falls apart, maybe that needs to happen. Let God's plan play out. Only give, happily. You get to decide when and where to give your time, talent, and treasure. Make healthy decisions. Sometimes the only reason why we hold on to people, even after they're gone, is because we're stuck on the idea of what could have been if we had just stayed together. We paint this attractive picture of how our relationship would have blossomed had we just worked on it a little. And this is self-destructive. Because you're fixating on something that never happened to hold on to someone who is long gone. And the truth is, you don't know how your relationship may or may not have turned out because you two did not live it out. Instead, all you have is an idea of how your relationship may have been without experiencing it. Sometimes you can't let go of someone because of your belief about how good you two would have been together, but you can't be sure of that. It could have gone well, yes, but it could have also gone badly. You need to learn that perhaps this was the best possible outcome. Perhaps you two not working out is a beautiful blessing in disguise. And that's the truth. Rather than pondering over what could have been, open your eyes to what is. And the truth is that you both didn't stay together because it wasn't meant to be. That is all. And I hope you can accept this truth without letting it break you. Sometimes, no matter how much you want something, you must let go and surrender it to a higher. In fact, releasing attachment is key to the co-creation process. So often we put off surrendering until it's a last resort, as if it's something negative that we're forced to do when there's no other option. Yet, surrendering isn't about giving up or relinquishing your power. It's about aligning with all that is in your highest good, as well as the highest good of the universe. Surrendering gives you freedom to respond to life, rather than live through reaction. When things don't happen as we want, they're usually being withheld for a reason. For example, losing a job could be a push from the divine to finally listen to your intuition and start your own business. The end of a relationship may be making space for something better. A difficult situation often opens our eyes to strength we didn't know we had. Determination is, after all, one of the most important keys to success in any area of your life. Yet, what happens when you keep trying to make something happen, but it's just not falling into place? Could it be you're holding on to it too tightly? When we resist or try to control an outcome in our lives, and when we become too attached to an outcome, we create more of what we resist and less evidence of what we desire. As we push harder, we become stressed out, exhausted, and emotional. All that wasted energy just feeds our wounded ego we all have, that tries to keep us focused on separation, abandonment, anger, and so on. There's the missed sleep, the blaming self-talk that comes from feeling stuck, and the worry that takes up valuable space in our minds. With resistance, we disconnect from our intuition and disconnect from the conscious universe, as well as from the present, which is where all of our power is. This world, which we think so solidly real, is a shadow out of which and beyond which we may at any time pass. It is an abstraction from a more fundamental and dimensionally larger world, a more fundamental world abstracted from a still more fundamental and dimensionally larger world, and so on to infinity. For the absolute is unattainable by any means or analysis, no matter how many dimensions we add to the world. Trust your heart, follow your intuition. Always try to be just a little bit braver than you were yesterday. Be strong, curious and kind. Stay fearless in the pursuit of the thing that calls to you. And if you can't be fearless, be afraid and willing to do it anyway. Make space for moments to pause what you're doing to discover what's around you wherever you are, however the world looks to you right now. Notice it. Pay attention. Look for the signs that have been right in front of you this entire time. Uncover something to be grateful for in every brand new day. Find the magic hidden in ordinary experiences. Step forward exactly as you are and offer your authentic self to the world. Know that nothing about you needs to be fixed. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And life, it's not going to pass you by as long as you stay present for it. So breathe, relax, let go, trust in a universe where all things are possible. Dear God, we thank you, Lord our God. How much good you have poured out on us throughout our lives, and how much we should thank you every day. We thank you that again. And again we feel your help and know that you can fill our earthly life with what is of heaven. May your kingdom come over the whole world, for all people are longing for faith and for mercy, and are to be gathered into your house under the staff of the Good Shepherd, Jesus Christ. Watch over us during the night. May your help go far and wide into the whole world. Stand by those who call upon you, even when they do not understand how they should pray. Help us and grant that the Savior may come to the glory of your name. Amen. Father God, thank you for a new day and a new week. This week, I want to learn to follow you more closely. I want to learn the sound of your voice, to sense when you are speaking to me and trying to lead me, and to become sensitive to you, that I know when to act and when to wait. I am sorry for all the times I've acted before praying and then assumed that you would bless what I was doing. I don't want to function this way anymore. I only want to initiate what I know you are leading me to do. Father, help me become more sensitive to your presence and voice. Give me the strength to do what you say to do, and wait when you tell me to wait. I thank you for your patience with me, Father, as I am still learning your ways. In Jesus' almighty name I pray, Amen. There will always be in each of us a desire to reap everything that one day we call nostalgia. Longing doesn't always have a name. Sometimes it has gestures, smell, and memories. The naked truth burns the eyes because longing doesn't always need to have a nice and beautiful smile. Longing has many faces, some of them not so beautiful and others even painful. Nostalgia has been part of each one of us, be it in a loss, opening a beer, or on a Friday night among friends. Nostalgia is made with losses not of memories, because memories remain, but saudade is also made of acts, those we shut up and stop having when the days become too gray. Silence is the ally of any longing, and just like screaming, silence can also be deafening. Saudade is a secret term, often not described in letters and verses. So little appreciable in the cinema, like a glass of water about to spill, nostalgia is part of the soul. Untouchable, untamed, intellectually speaking, we are all made of longing. The words not spoken, the screams not given, the poetry not written, the books not bought, the coffee not taken, but above all, the kisses and touches not given. Probably for most of us, our lives are oriented around work first and then rest. We focus on what we can do for ourselves and others, and put our first priority on our job, probably note in principle, but in actuality, then our other responsibilities, and last of all our life. But when we make our job the largest priority, it shrinks our life to be small, unsatisfying, and unfruitful. We're designed to live in the Psalm 23 journey in which we testify happily. My cup overflows. To be satisfied in God and overflowing with His love and grace power, we need to focus on Him in worship and dependence. Jesus taught us, "Abide in me, and you will bear much fruit," John 15:5. When our union with Christ is intimate and organic, John 1:5-5 next, not just theological, but prayerful and practical also, then we will bear fruit for God naturally and easily. In other words, the best way for all of us to do our work and activities and to I engage with people is from an experience of enjoying the blessing of Jesus' smile and God's presence. And as we do, God will help us overcome the stress, discouragement, anxiety, self-pity, and resentment that leads to burnout. Always Jesus is in our midst, and we can learn to behold Him in our heart, praising Him and relying on Him as we do what we're doing. You may not be the best cook in the world, and yet your overcooked ramen can help your sick friend feel a lot better. You may not be the best writer in the world, and yet your little poem and letter can make your mom tear up on her birthday. You may not be the best singer, and yet your lullaby can make a crying baby smile all over again. Most times in life, doing it for the better is a lot more precious than doing it the best. Dear souls know that so much goodness to be found in the pages of God's Word, in the midst of struggle looking at all He has done before. He is faithful. He is always faithful. Look at the Old Testament, and there is so much faithfulness of His character. Creation, providing a substitute on behalf of Isaac, Noah, and the flood. Freeing Egypt from slavery, parting the Red Sea, stopping the sun Jericho. Rahab and the spies, battle after battle with the Israelites. David and Saul, David becoming king. The list goes on and on. The New Testament, sending Jesus, is healing work on the lame, the blind, the woman with the issue of blood, the woman at the well, feeding 5,000. One mean the list just goes on and on, ultimately leading to Jesus dying on the cross for the sins of the world, defeating death and raising again 3 days later. He is good God. We serve such a good God. He is faithful over and over. He can be trusted, and He has shown it to us time and time again. So many thoughts while reading this morning, and I am just in awe. What a powerful and mighty God we have always had and always will have. Numbers 1:6-41-45. But on the morrow all the congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron, saying, Ye have killed the people of the Lord. And it came to pass, when the congregation was gathered against Moses and against Aaron, that they looked toward the tabernacle of the congregation. And behold, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. And Moses and Aaron came before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Get you up from among this congregation, that I may consume them as in a moment. And they fell upon their faces. Type amen if you agree.